If you've ever walked these tropical nights, you'll understand. The air feels heavy, and every shadow seems alive. And in some places, people still whisper of a woman who once died in grief and returned in hunger. They say it began with a woman who carried deep sorrow, betrayed, abandoned, left to suffer alone. The night she died, the villagers heard no cry, only the silence of a heart breaking. But grief does not always rest. Some say she returned the very night she was buried, standing under the rain, her hair long enough to touch the ground, her voice soft as a dying breeze. You will smell her before you see her, a sweetness, frangipani, beautiful, comforting, until you realize it follows you, even when no flowers bloom nearby. Men walking alone at night, they are the ones she chooses, not because of hunger alone, but because she remembers the man who broke her heart. If by misfortune you see her face, you will understand why people never describe it the same way. They remember the eyes last, empty, starving, and filled with ancient pain. She moves in silence, never touching the earth, her presence bending the world around her. Some say the forest bows to her out of fear. There are places locals refuse to enter, old houses where she once lived, corners where she sits and waits. If the chair moves on its own, leave slowly. She does not always appear in front of you. Sometimes she stands behind you, visible only through a mirror. By the time you turn around, she's already inches away. Not all who speak of her do so in fear. Some say she guards those who were harmed as she once was, but like fire, she protects only until she burns. On nights when the moon is full, her presence is strongest. People hear soft laughter, followed by crying that doesn't sound quite human. So if you travel these lands and the night feels heavier than usual, listen. If the air suddenly smells of frangipani, walk faster, because some stories end in books, but she still walks.